Yes, grants are about money. Over $2.5 million in grants were awarded to Virginia Western between 2015 and 2016 to be exact. But grants are really about ideas and innovation. They help us improve existing programs, imagine new projects, and force us to get out of our comfort zones and work across departments and other organizations. They help us change so we can continue to change the lives of our students. Here are 7 ways grants, both big and small, have transformed Virginia Western.
My experience with Pauly Professional Development Grant was it's great and wonderful. As we all know, faculty professional development is essential for improving teaching, learning, and student success. And with this grant, we are be able to allow faculty to participate in different faculty development opportunity and events. In that way, we can help them to develop their skill in their professional fields and also help them to improve the quality of their work.
So the MentorLinks grant provided me with the opportunity to develop this new career study certificate, and in 2 years I have been able to create, develop, and then launch this program. And without the funding opportunities and especially the professional development opportunities for collaboration, there's absolutely no way I would have been able to offer this program in that time frame. So being able to bring a new opportunity to our students has been phenomenal.
The Onramp Grant program for dislocated workers is a program that was specifically designed for people who are dislocated seeking training to get back into the workforce. And the way that this grant transformed lives at Virginia Western is that we take non-traditional students and help them obtain the training that they need or the credentials that they need in order to get back out there into the workforce. And at Virginia Western, what our motto is for the Onramp Grant is get in, get out, and get a job.
Over the past 2 or 3 years, Virginia Western has had a partnership with the Aspen Institute and Northern Virginia Community College working on a dynamic grant that's made a real difference for Virginia Western and Goodwill and to many citizens of our region who needed assistance. This grant was a $12 million grant that was divided into 7 community colleges, which we were fortunate enough to be one of those. And from that grant, this case study came forward, which actually said that the component at Virginia Western was probably one of the most successful as far as this grant with Goodwill was concerned. It made a difference to people to get jobs. It made a difference in far as developing programs that made a difference for our industry and business community. Part of it was related to the health industry and part of it was related to industrial maintenance and other areas like that. But the key here was that the grant, the hiring of special people to make the grant work, being able to make a difference in people's lives all came about because of this grant. Because funding was available for us to make a difference. The case study proved that the grant was used wisely, we made a difference, and we were very successful. But the bottom line is the grant led toward jobs for needy folks in our region to be able to support their families in a way that would be comparable to the type of lifestyle they want to have.
All right, so the PACE-ME project, and the acronym stands for Partnership for Advanced Career Education in Mechatronics Engineering. It's an $800,000 grant from the National Science Foundation, and it's named after a great mentor of mine, Jerry Pace, who had a phenomenal vision for what education should be. The overall goal of the $800,000 grant is to increase the number of mechatronics engineering technicians in the workforce. We have a silver tsunami coming. The baby boomers and the elder workers are retiring and they're taking decades worth of experience with them. And we need to share that knowledge with our youth. And so part of this project is to connect the older engineers through our mentorship program. through our current students in mechatronics. We've been able to build the lab that you see around you is the Fab Lab. It is a fabrication lab, and we have $80,000 invested in Virginia Western's equipment resources through the Pace Me project. We've supplemented that with about $50,000 of Virginia Western's previous investment, so there's about $120,000 in the lab currently.
Trio Pathways, we are a federally funded grant, and we provide services for 250 students here at Virginia Western Community College. We provide services for first-generation students, students with disabilities, and/or low-income students.
The Community College Innovation Challenge is a program sponsored collaboratively through the National Science Foundation and the American Association of Community Colleges. This year, the challenge was announced in October, and the prompt from the challenge was for teams across the United States at community colleges to identify and propose a solution to a problem that occurs at the nexus of food, energy, and water. Virginia Western Community College took on this challenge and put together a team of STEM students at Virginia Western, worked on a project through the winter and submitted our final product on February 1st to the National Science Foundation. We learned after that we were selected as one of the 10 finalists in the country, and this gained us a trip to Washington, D.C. for a week of intensive training, practice, and an opportunity to share our ideas about this solution with legislators, educators, and consultants. After a week at Washington, D.C., we were able to present this idea at Capitol Hill. We met with Senator Kane and Congressman Goodlatte, and we also had the opportunity to work with many judges from across the country that were experts in fields involving science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.